Harvey Grimwald smiled unpleasantly at his reflection in the mirror. Such a simple, underestimated object to become his temporary savior. "You get this thing off me right this instant, mister!" the angry pink beard thing shouted. If only he could do something about the noise. He carefully moved his hand up to the rubber band to ensure it stayed in place, avoiding Pinkie's mouth as he did so. The pony seemed to be attached to his face by her mane and tail, leaving a pink body complete with 4 legs dangling below. The rest of the hairs on his face had turned pink as well, forming a sort of beard cocoon or pillow around the pony. Tying the hair up had effectively ended the pink pest's ability to climb around his face or bite him. He had won the war with a simple hairband. The biker slapped his belly a few times in an awkward rhythm. "Trap the pony with the rubber band, yeah!" he sung happily. "Gonna eat in peace, wah!" He walked quickly back to the kitchen and retrieved the bowl from the floor, kicking bits of cereal under the table and frowning when the marshmallow stuck to his bare foot. He tossed the bowl back onto the table, grabbed his cereal and another can of beer, and soon had breakfast set out before him once more. He took a large bite, easily evading the frantic movements of his living beard, and savored the moment. It tasted disgusting, but he enjoyed this breakfast much more than any he had previously eaten. He had won another fight. Harvey Grimwald was champion. His beard thing began to cry. The crying was not the small sniffling kind either. It was a full-blown, loud, wailing cry, the same sort you might expect from a baby. Harvey Grimwald's hands clenched the edge of the table as he fought to remain under control. Where did the tears of a beard thing come from anyway? He supposed the pony body dangling under his chin was fully formed, so tears weren't that big of a stretch. Besides, it could talk. "What's wrong, Pinkie?" he asked without any concern whatsoever, and through gritted teeth. "I'm just so hungry," she replied through wails. Tiny beard tears were falling onto the table where they splashed in a quiet rhythm. "How does a beard even eat, anyway?" the biker asked mostly to himself. "But I'm not a beard, I'm a pony. At least I was a pony until I got stuck to your face." Her eyes widened in despair. "Maybe I am just a beard now." Tears began to flow anew as the pitiful pink pony pondered the possibilities. Oh man, come on, just stop crying, you're gonna ruin my food," Harvey pleaded as he picked up a few marshmallows from the floor and tossed them back into the bowl. "Oh, food, all I want is some food. Please let me have some," his beard thing begged. "Please." Harvey sat and stared at the wall for a moment. He observed a particularly large roach as it struggled to climb up to the ceiling. Why was he even considering this? "Fine, you can have some," he mumbled. "Yay! I knew you weren't that big of a grouchy old meanie," she responded happily and began to hum. He could feel her little legs wiggling as if she were dancing. "All right, just shut up already. How do you eat?" the biker asked irritably. "With your mouth, of course. Gee, you think as old as you are, you'd have figured that out by now," Pinkie replied from beneath his chin. "What? No, I meant... whatever. How do you want to do this?" "Just lower me down, Captain," the beard thing called out happily. Harvey sighed. He couldn't believe he was doing this. He lowered his chin down and dunked his beard into the cereal with a soft plop. Pinkie giggled to herself and took a huge bite out of one of the marshmallows. Nom, nom, nom. Yeep, pah! She sputtered as she spit the marshmallow out. "Yuck! What did you soak this thing in?" "Hey, you spit in my bowl, man!" Harvey raged. "Sorry, I thought it was a marshmallow, but it tastes awful. I've never had a marshmallow that tastes awful, so this clearly isn't a marshmallow. Just what kind of trickery is this, mister?" Pinkie demanded. "What are you even talking about? I thought you were hungry," the biker complained, his face red. "I am, but this was yucky. Do you have any cake?" "No." "Let's go bake one." "No." "Any muffins?" "No." "Kumquats?" "What? No." "Pie?" "No," Harvey yelled. "Wrong. There's one right here on your face, remember? But really, what do you have to eat?" "Nothing now. That was the last of the cereal," the biker replied to the beard thing. "What did I do to deserve this?" he thought. "Let's go to a restaurant," the pink pony beard sang in glee. "But no," Harvey gasped. "I can't be seen outside with you on my face like this." "Why don't you just cut me down? Just grab some scissors and snippy snip," she smiled. Harvey's eyes grew dangerously wide, though Pinkie couldn't see from her vantage point. "Are you crazy?" he asked. "I'm a Hell's Angel. I've had my beard for 8 years. I'm not about to cut it off for any reason. There has to be a way to get you off my face without ruining my beard." "Do you know any magic?" she asked. "The ladies say my hands are magic," Harvey chuckled to himself. "Great! Use your magic hands and cast some super-duper fantastic spell to get me back to Ponyville. My friends probably miss me by now," the pink beard thing said. The biker rolled his eyes and said, "No, that's just a figure of speech. And did you just say there's more of you somewhere?" "Only when I need to make a point in one of my songs," she replied. "What?" Harvey gaped. Nothing. All my friends are in Ponyville, remember? I told you when you woke up after you ran all around the house screaming demon, which, by the way, was not funny. There weren't even any demons in the house, let alone right next to me on your face," she huffed. "Okay, whatever. You're hungry, right? I'll just order some pizza and think of some way to hide you before it arrives, Harvey said. Oh, yes, pizza! I love pizza! Can we get it with daisies and hay and banana peppers? She giggled while wriggling beneath his face. Daisies? What the hell? No! Harvey growled. Well, fine, what do you usually get on them? A slice of rude with a little bit of grumpy? The beard thing taunted. No, man, I just get pepperoni and cheese. What's a pepperoni? A demonic chili? What? No, man, it's just meat. Pinkie's eyes narrowed. Meat? Like from animals? Yeah, man, what else would it... Oh, man, you don't eat meat, do you? He asked. You think? She frowned and crossed her front legs together like arms. Sorry, whatever, we'll just get cheese. And banana peppers? Fine. Harvey stood up and walked over to the phone and dialed. A series of loud knocks sounded at the front door. Pizza! Pinkie screamed with glee and wiggled her legs happily. Shut up. Nobody's supposed to know about you, Harvey whispered harshly. Sorry, Pinkie whispered in reply. Harvey Grimwald moved over to the table and grabbed the $20 bill. He then picked up his old motorcycle helmet from the sofa and carefully put it on. He zipped his leather jacket all the way up to his neck and gently tucked Pinkie down into his collar. He checked the mirror quickly to ensure that his beard was entirely hidden and went to the door. The pizza delivery man was staring at his feet when Harvey opened the door. He looked up and jumped back a step at Harvey's appearance, nearly dropping the pizza. Here's your pizza, the delivery man said as he handed the steaming box over. His eyes were glued to the dark, reflective visor as if he had never seen a customer answering a door wearing a helmet. That comes to $9.99. Harvey handed the youth the 20 and waited impatiently for his change. The delivery man handed him back a 10. After an awkward moment of silence in which Harvey hadn't moved, the youth reached into his money pouch and fished out a penny. Have a good evening, sir. The young man gulped and hurried away towards his car. Harvey was just closing the door when a familiar voice called out. Hey, Harvey! How you doing, man? You ready to party? Yelled a short man with a thick handlebar mustache as he rushed up the sidewalk and across Harvey's lawn. The man had a case of beer in his hands. Jerry Burnside skipped up the steps and patted Harvey hard on the shoulder as he pushed his way into the house. Nice get-up, man. Jerry laughed as he sat down on the sofa. Oh, crap, Harvey thought. Jerry Burnside leaned back on the sofa and put his feet up on the coffee table, knocking over empty cans and spilling a few magazines to the floor in the process. He pushed his shoes off using his feet and left them where they fell. Looks like I got here just in time, man. You're not going to eat that entire thing by yourself, are you? He asked. Harvey Grimwald had not moved from the front door. He was still standing with a box of pizza in one hand and the doorknob grasped in the other. His face, hidden beneath his helmet, was set in a strange and awful grin. He felt a sharp tug from his beard and snapped out of his trance. He walked over to the couch, set the pizza on the table, and sat down. That's what I'm talking about, Jerry said as he opened up the pizza box. His eyes widened for a moment. Dude, where's the meat? You're on a diet or some crap? Harvey's helmeted head slowly turned to look at Jerry. His friend was picking at something on his foot as he continued to talk. So anyway, as I was over at Mike Goff's, remember him, the one with the lump on his head? Anyway, I was over there and he says to me, dude, the Cowboys suck this year. And I was all, no, man, it's just because of injuries. But he didn't see it that way and blames the secondary coaches, which is nonsense, of course, Jerry stated. Somewhere beneath Harvey's leopard jacket, Pinkie began to stir. Jerry continued, oblivious to everything else in the room. I told Mike, I says, bro, I'll bet my ride that the Cowboys will be in the playoffs this year. Which reminds me, I didn't see your Harley out there. Jeannie, was it? She's being worked on, Harvey said. What, man? I can't hear you through your helmet, Jerry responded. She's being worked on, Harvey shouted. Why, you let someone else touch your girl? Now why the hell did you do that? You know that Harley inside and out, man, Jerry said with genuine horror. Harvey was silent. Jerry took it as a sign to keep talking. He grabbed a slice of pizza and resumed. Banana peppers. Really, man? Anyway, I met this dumb chick down at the bowling alley last night. She didn't even know what an F-150 was. Can you believe it? Might be a newer model, but a girl has to know her bikes, man. She just wasn't all there. You know what I mean? Jerry continued to ramble. Slowly, Harvey Grimwald's leather jacket began to unzip itself. Jerry didn't seem to notice. Then there was this chick. I think her name was Barbara. Like that popular girl's toy, you know? Anyway, she couldn't even change a spark plug. What's the use of being born if you can't even do that, know what I'm saying? Jerry said between mouthfuls of pizza. Pinkie carefully peeked through the jacket and looked at the pizza. She was so close. The smell was causing her mouth to water. She fought back tears of frustration. That actually reminds me of the time I took this girl back to my place, and it turns out it wasn't a girl at all, man. I don't think I told you about that one yet. It's a long story, but we've got time. So anyway, there I was at the bar, and this woman walks up to me, Jerry began. Suddenly, Harvey Grimwald's jacket pushed apart to reveal a desperate, angry, pink-beard thing hanging from beneath his helmet. It looked to Jerry like some kind of pink rat had been glued to his friend's face. "For the love of all of Equestria, stop talking and give me that pizza right now!" Pinkie shouted. Jerry sprang out of his seat. The rat had talked, and he hadn't even been drinking today. "Holy hell, man, your pet rat just..." Jerry began. But Harvey had stood up, cracked his knuckles, reared his hand back, and struck Jerry squarely in the jaw with his huge fist. Jerry's eyes rolled into the back of his head as he fell onto the pizza and through the coffee table. Harvey took his helmet off and threw it into the corner of the room. He casually picked up the case of beer Jerry had brought over and went to the kitchen to place it in the fridge. "Hurry back, the pizza might still be hot!" Pinkie cried desperately from beneath Harvey's chin. Harvey walked back over to his couch and surveyed the devastation. The pizza was currently laying directly under Jerry Burnside's bottom. "No, no!" Pinkie gasped. "It's ruined! The pizza is ruined!" She said the last word with venom. Harvey felt the pony begin to climb up his face. "She's still tied. How did she manage that?" he thought to himself. Suddenly he felt his nose being sharply jabbed by a small pink hoof. "This is all your fault! You didn't have to do that to him!" she growled. Harvey frowned down at his ponified beard. "Stop poking me. I had to knock him out. He saw you," he said. "You should have just shaved me off ages ago," the pony retorted. "No way, man. I already explained that," the biker replied. "I don't care. Shave me off," Pinkie said. "No." "Yes." "No, man. Shut up and let me think." Pinkie's eyes narrowed and she frowned. It was time for the big guns. She took a large breath. "Shave me, shave me, shave me, shave me, shave me, shave me! Shave me right this instant!" she screamed. "Oh, yeah? And what's going to happen if I don't?" Harvey grinned dangerously. "I'll lay you out on that bald tush of yours. You really want to step up to this?" Pinkie said through gritted teeth. Her eyes suddenly grew wide and she brought her front hooves up to her mouth. "Oh my goodness, what was that I just said? That was so mean. Pinkie would never say that to anyone." Harvey looked down at the pony with amusement. So she had some fortitude in her. Good for her. Pinkie was still troubled, however. She looked down and thought for a moment, then her eyes widened. "It is your fault," she said in triumph. "What's my fault?" Harvey said curiously. "It's your fault that I said that mean stuff. I mean, it's obvious, isn't it? I'm stuck to your face right now, so technically we're one creature. Your personality is tied to mine now, and because you're a big meanie, you just caused me to be a big meanie," she said miserably. "That doesn't make a damn shred of sense," Harvey huffed. "And having a pony stuck to your face suddenly does make sense? That's great. It looks like the big, rude, ugly meanie has all the answers. I'd give you a cookie, but you'd probably just beat it up." Pinkie glared at the biker before her expression changed. "Oh no, I'm doing it again." Harvey ignored her and began dragging Jerry's unconscious body through the house and into the spare bedroom. He bent down and, after a moment's struggle, managed to lift Jerry onto the bed. He then walked to one of the drawers in the living room, opened it up, and retrieved a couple extension cords. He returned to the bedroom and began to tie Jerry's arms and legs to the bedposts. "What are you doing to your friend? Is he not your friend now? Maybe I don't want to be your friend if this is what you do to them," Pinkie said thoughtfully. "Nah, we can still be friends. You just need to be nicer." Harvey ignored her. He went to another part of the house and found some duct tape. He pulled the piece off, returned to the bedroom, and placed it firmly over Jerry's mouth. When he was finished, he slapped his belly with a chuckle. "Problem solved. Hoo-ha!" "Really?" Pinkie asked with a deadpan look. Harvey walked out of the bedroom, slamming the door behind him. He walked over to the phone, picked it up, and dialed. After a moment, someone answered. "Yeah, hello? Hey, your stupid driver dropped my pizza, man. Yeah, it's ruined. Yes, I still have the box and can prove it. No, man, send another driver this time." "All right, then," he said. Harvey Grimwald sat on the sofa, crossed his arms, and waited for the second pizza to arrive.